What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to go over what I'm actually going to do now that I realized I have to make a comeback and start my cut again, trying to gain a little bit more muscle and yada yada yada. So stick around because that is coming up right now. Welcome everyone to Do More, Be More.
Drop.
Now is that on? Yep, that is on. Curly hair problems. Anyway, what we're going to do is, see, I know that I have to, I took a break from cutting, so now I have to start cutting again. I did technically bulk, but I gained more fat than I did muscle. There's no way with the way that I was eating and the time that I haven't been able to go to the gym that I gained a whole lot of muscle. So I want to focus on losing a lot of that fat while building some of that muscle. You want some balance, and then you also, me personally, I don't like doing cardio all the time, and I don't like just lifting all the time. I like a combination of them, and that could be a combination whether it's in one day or maybe one day of each, maybe one day of just lifting and another day of more cardio, or it's just simply a day where I do like a longer workout, an hour and a half. Sometimes if I wake up early enough, I could probably do 2 hours, which is rare, but then I'll just do a lot of exercise. I feel great those days. But on those days, I gotta wake up at about 5:30 and start taking my pre-workout and the grind, which I don't mind. It's just a matter of getting used to it. In the times that I was sick and I was confined to my room, I did have a pair of 10-pound dumbbells and a weighted vest, which honestly, with the symptoms that I had, I still didn't do a whole lot. I just did like some squats with the vest on and maybe some push-ups and then some bicep curls and some, what are these called? Skull crushers and then shoulder presses. But what can you do with 10-pound weights? So it was just doing it like doing slow reps and then doing a high amount of reps. Yeah. So that's actually all I was able to do. Now I have, I don't have to worry about that anymore. The entire gym is at my disposal because I am now officially negative for the Rona and we are back to where we needed to be. So just to get things started, what did I have for breakfast? Well, first I had my coffee, and then I had an omelet, which you can't see anymore. But on that omelet, I had 4 egg whites, which is about 100 calories, 20 grams of protein. And then I put in green onions, which I love the kick that it does. Peppers, which I think is underrated. I actually put in some spinach and tomatoes and some cheddar cheese. I didn't have fat-free because I haven't been to the supermarket, but there was some cheddar cheese there, and it was actually low-fat, so it was 90 calories and about 7 grams of protein. So it ends up being about 27 grams of protein, not including the vegetables. I think the vegetables might have about 3 grams or so. So let's say 30 grams of protein and about 300 calories. So, and 300 calories because I added a 50-calorie cup of OJ. I love orange juice and I wanted to have some, and they have that 50-calorie one. So, of course, you have to have 8 ounces of it. So make sure you're conscious of that, and you should be all set. And then I want to have maybe 2 more heavy meals, possibly 1 smaller meal, which are very protein heavy. And other than that, I mean, it's just a matter of making sure that I'm conscious of my calories. I think for the beginning, I'm going to start counting a little bit more and then I started developing because I started developing a habit of not having to do it. And like I said, if you get used to counting, you don't have to do it for the rest of your life. So, but because I'm starting again, I have to, really start weighing things out, packing things up the way I used to. And I mean, I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it. Some people hate it. I didn't, but it's just something I have to be conscious of. And it should be fun because it's got new goals and something new to do. And I think that keeps things fresh. And it's summertime, so I'm a lot more happier, a lot more chipper. Not that I'm depressed in the winter, but I have more things in mind. So I want to go to this place. I want to go to that place. I want to go see this person. This person's going to come see me, whatever the case is. So I'm not making food my focus. Now, I am going to try to make my foods as delicious as possible, but with the priority of eating within my calorie range and the protein amount that I should be eating. Now, just again, as a ballpark, if you're trying to cut, you should probably have a little bit more protein than someone who's trying to stay in the same weight or who's trying to gain weight. So if you are trying to be a little bit strict, you want to make sure you don't lose a whole lot of muscle, you should be having 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Try to reach it. If you don't, if you're right under it, that's fine. It's just not a whole lot of harm done, really. So just an example, if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be having 150 grams of protein per day. It's not hard. I have videos where I had protein supplements where you can use between meals to make sure you have a high amount of protein with not a whole lot of calories. It makes it easier for you to have meals without having to have like 70 grams of protein per meal. But of course, I have some ingredients in this list here, which shows that, there's a lot of foods that are really low calorie with high protein that make it easy for you to reach your goals. Now, I kind of have been meal prepping because my schedule has changed. I used to work till 9 o'clock from 12:30 to 9. I used to work 5 days a week. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to cook on my days off, which was Sundays. But then I wouldn't be able to really hang out on Sundays. So now I have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays off. And I work 4 days a week, but they're 10-hour shifts. But I come in earlier, so I come out at 7:30. With that being said, I have a little bit more time in the evening, so I started cooking dinner more. But I think I'm going to start meal prepping at least a couple of times a month. So I would meal prep for each week. So that's 2 weeks of meal prep and then 2 weeks of just cooking for the next day. It depends, if you're smart, you can do it. I'm not saying that dumb people can't, but I'm just saying that I don't know what I'm saying. But it's not it's not a challenge to get started, because if you focus on the higher protein meals, which I've mentioned earlier, such as chicken and lean meats and things of that sort, you can always accompany it with other sides that'll help you stay full, and you should be all set. Continue to hydrate. I've never stopped drinking water. I've been drinking a whole lot of it, so that's been helping. I think that's why I have clear skin, and I think that's pretty much the basics. Other than that, I think it's just a matter of getting started. Consistency is always going to be key, and if you don't think it is, try it. Be consistent to it for about, let's say, there's different reasons to be consistent. So you can be consistent the first week just so you can know that, let yourself get that shock of doing something. And then by the 3rd or 4th week, consistency will show you that, it's not that hard to keep it as a habit, really, routine. I think habit is a better word than routine. Doesn't sound like you have to do it anymore, but it's something that's better for you. And then maybe after 2 or 3 months, if you just stop looking at the calendar, you'll start realizing, oh, actually, this is not that hard, and it's becoming a part of your lifestyle. And then by then, you would have had so many good results that, well, why stop now? So that's what I think.
Now, as far as the workout, I don't exactly know if I'm going to keep it that way, but I'm still going to be doing a split. I'm still going to be doing push, pull, and leg, push, pull, and leg. I just don't know if I'm going to be doing it in 6 days out of the week, meaning Monday push, Tuesday pull, Wednesday leg, etc., and then rest on Sunday. Whatever the case is, I know that I'm going to do it in that manner. I'm going to split my workout that way. But if I don't do it in 6 days, that's fine. If I do it in 8 days, that's fine. Because it's just for me to continue getting into the rhythm, consistency, and I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I never have, and I don't plan to, and I recommend the same for you. Wherever, as long as you're doing everything that you can, you have nothing to be upset about. You deserve to continue improving, and giving yourself a hard time is not going to help. Some people might think, oh, it's tough love. Honestly, there's no reason for you to try that if you can try this. Just continue to motivate yourself and look for people that are just like that. You should be just fine. So with that in mind, I just finished my workout for today, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I had actually played some basketball today earlier too, so actually kind of a double workout, but it wasn't resistance training, so I wanted to do that today. So it was a shorter one, but I had a lot of cardio earlier today. So I'm going to end the video here, and I do appreciate the support you've been giving me so far with the liking, the sharing, the subscribing, the following on YouTube, TikTok, and on Instagram. And you already know, everybody, if you do more, you will be